Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the month of August. It is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out your other placements, especially in the monthlies. Okay, so we're going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on for the month. We'll clarify that. Then, when we're finished, we're going to clear that spread, get into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind, your energy, the possible outcome, the romance angels, and the oracle cards. I want to say a huge thanks to all my Cancers. I love you guys. Thank you for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. And if you're new here, I hope you'll stay. I also do personal readings, so that information is in the description box if you're interested. All right, so let's get into your energy. This is for Cancer for August. All right, something feels really good. It's very light. Your energy feels relieved. I can see that because your current energy is the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse, as well as the Sun in reverse. So then in your near future, we have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. All right, what you don't see coming, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Strength card, and the Page of Swords. Now, what Spirit wants you to focus on is you. The Chariot's in reverse. Then we have the Knight of Cups, which is also water energy, and then we have the Two of Swords. Now, the overall energy for the month, all right, this is my boss energy. So you guys are feeling super empowered in August. Things have definitely changed for you. You probably saw a lot of momentum, a lot of shifts in your birthday season, and now you're just like, finally, I'm here. I feel strong. I've taken my power back. Nobody's going to get beyond these proper boundaries that I have set for myself. I am focused on me and staying in this position. I feel like you've made really good decisions. They're talking about financially, something to do with your work situation or a project. Like you finally got over whatever fears you had and pushed yourself forward. That's a beautiful energy. But this is truly about having your power, taking it back, and standing up for exactly what you believe in, who you are, and where you are now. After everything that you've been through, there isn't anyone who isn't going to know exactly where you stand. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. There's a couple different things I'm going to say about this. This is you leaving all of that emotional baggage around relationships that did not make you happy in the past. This is not carrying that with you anymore. Maybe you just recently with the full moon finally shed the last tear that you're going to shed. For anyone who created emotional drama or drained you emotionally, any kind of partnership, it doesn't even have to be a relationship. You could have been dealing with a Leo, but in this case, this is just saying anyone that you had any kind of relationship with that pulled at you, drained you, pulled you down, took advantage of you, any of those things. We've been talking about this a lot. You were working through the energy, but finally there's a freedom of it in August. Like truly having cried it out, felt it deep, let it come to the surface, and letting it go. There are just not things that are going to stand in your way anymore, especially those things that didn't make you happy around those relationships. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a minute. Now, the near future, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. Now, some of you could have walked away from a relationship just recently, and this is going to be a divorce. So that's just for some of you. This could also just be an end to long-term relationships, friendships, any of that, where you felt like you gave so much. Your passion's always in everything that you do. So if you gave so much of that, you're pulling back your energy. You're going to let things go that aren't meant to be. We've talked about this a lot. Again, I know I'm repeating that, but it really does feel like it's a finalization of that. And you're standing strong. Like nobody can get beyond that anymore with you. You're just going to see things as clearly as they are. Even if you picked up things intuitively about people in the past, you may have let things slide. I just don't think you're going to do that anymore. Now, the Three of Pentacles tells me that there could have been something going on, like an outside influence. I'm going to take a turn for a second in your relationship. So somebody could have been sticking their nose where it didn't belong, and it could have pushed things to the point that you finally made a decision and said, if this was a third party, this could also just be you're finally drawing up the papers and you're going to finalize things and make a decision about how you need to move forward on your own, and feeling very good about it, very, very strong. Now, there could have been a situation where finances were going to seem like they were going to be a problem. They could have seemed a little bit tight. This is also just an unhappiness in a relationship. And again, like I said, you're moving forward. Yeah, now the Three of Swords is coming up, and to me, that could have been a third party for you. So you dealt with somebody, whether it's just recent or in the way past, and a lot of us, you have let go, and I say us because those who don't know that are here, I'm also a Cancer. We've released a lot of those third party situations that were painful. We had a lot of lessons we had to learn around relationships in the last couple of years. And in this case, most of us have come out the other side feeling very free and relieved. And that's what I feel like you're doing. Now, where there were issues around money, there won't be. There again, you're feeling strong and confident and grateful for what you have. Okay? So, let's see. The next one is what you don't see coming. Releasing, more emotional releasing. I think you've done enough of it, but your strength is coming back. It's not just empowerment, but strength. And I don't think any energy that you had dealt with is going to try to even come towards you anymore. Sometimes if we still think about things, or we have a memory about somebody, something will pop up and their energy shows up either in our readings or in our lives. In this case, I just don't feel like that's going to happen. So if you're expecting something that hurt you in the past to show back up, again, I'm getting strong Leo, so some of you could for sure be dealing with a Leo. I don't think this person's going to speak up. Right now, you may expect some kind of communication, but in this case, I'm going to say stay strong, because if this did hurt and you were in a third party, right now, that's what you need to do. That person has some other stuff they need to learn and deal with before, only for the few of you that might want somebody back, before they can come towards you. Right now, I don't see that coming. What you don't see coming is you being able to just get past things much more clearly than you could in the recent past, or even 6 months ago when you thought things were moving forward. All right, we'll clarify that as well. And then what Spirit wants you to focus on, you, and moving forward emotionally in your life. Now, where you may have felt trapped in some of the choices that you had to make, I feel like this is Spirit saying you may have some tough decisions still to make. Even though you're willing to release those energies and leave them in the past, it could feel like it's a difficult situation. For those of you that are leaving a long-term relationship, or you're in the process of filing paperwork for a divorce, this obviously was not easy, but you're turning your back to things that left you feeling less than what you deserved, less than just, how do I want to explain this? With you in reverse, it just, things that didn't move forward, things that you might have hung out for longer than necessary. You're going to be moving slowly, confidently, and full of self-awareness into any decisions that you make in the future. So this one may have been a tough one, but I feel like you're going to get past it pretty quickly. Now also, Spirit wants you to focus on the possibility of new love if you're not in a relationship. So there's a couple other things that might pop up when we clarify. We'll see. All right. This is for Cancer for August. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups. All right, so we have the Death card. That's that transformation that we're talking about, where you leave all this behind in the recent past. You've already done it. You've been through this massive transformation. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio. So the Third of Swords coming up is a third-party situation, and then Judgment. It could have been a difficult choice to make. It could have been, especially if this was a marriage. Now, you could have thought things were going to move forward. You had had high hopes for it. There could have been a very obvious third-party situation. Maybe there wasn't, but that transformation out of that is what's moving you so clearly forward. Do I think that person still has feelings? I do. It could be so far in the past you may not care. If this is a more recent situation, you're going to move very kindly, nicely, confidently away from it. Maybe not totally kindly, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think you have time to even focus on not punishing necessarily, but reiterating what you felt about the circumstances of the situation. All right, the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. This person could have come in to your life very passionately. It could have been 10 years ago that you guys met and it started off really hot and heavy. You thought it was a soulmate, blah, blah, blah. You know, you don't want to keep hearing about the past people, but that's the energy of this person that I'm picking up on. So it feels like that passion started to dissipate as you close out this particular cycle. All right, let's see what we've got for the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So the person that you were dealing with or are dealing with as far as separating or divorcing from or just leaving in general seems to be in a place where they don't feel really confident financially. Now, could you feel like there might be some issues around finance? Possibly, but I sense this is the person that you were dealing with. Now we have the Seven of Swords, and it could have created some vulnerability. You may have questioned whether you were going to be okay if you left this relationship. And in this case, I'm going to say yes. Your vulnerability is just a little bit of fear, but you're releasing a lot of those fears. Anything that was holding you back, you've come to a place where you realize that fear is really an illusion and that things always do work out. Regardless of your age, you'll figure this out very quickly, even if you're in your 20s, if you're watching tarot, because you start to recognize as you start to have faith, things move forward and always end up working out. It's part of your path to learn the lessons that you have to learn. Are some of them tough? Can you have financial difficulties? Absolutely. But this is where I feel like you might feel vulnerable around your money or around how this is going to work out for you financially. All right, so let's look at the Five of Cups in reverse and the Strength card. So the other energies I feel here are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. You could definitely be dealing with another Cancer, a Taurus, Gemini, I believe. And then, yeah, I don't really get a lot of fire, but I get a lot of air. All right, so let's see with the Five of Cups in reverse and the Strength card. We've got the Two of Wands. So this is that area where you don't see coming because you can't really see the future. The Two of Wands tells me that there's a part of you that can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, is this really going to work out the way that I'm hoping? That's just Spirit saying you don't see this coming. You're going to have the clarity that you need. As this relationship ends, falls away, you end up putting it behind you and you have this new start. So there is going to be a solution and things will move forward. It's just the clarity may not be there the way that you're hoping for right now. Okay, then we have the High Priestess in reverse. So this is a need to trust your intuition. Now, you could have thought things were going to go one way and it may turn out another way. And that, I feel, is really good. What they're saying is the King of Swords. You're going to have a tremendous amount of clarity. Somebody, believe it or not, this to me is if you have to hire a lawyer, this person has a lot of not just integrity, but this person is going to defend you in a way that you can't possibly imagine. Now, what you don't see coming is this row. So this could also be that somebody new shows up in your life if you're single or moving away from a long-term relationship. And you may not have trusted that this was going to come towards you because you couldn't see what's happening. again, this is what you don't see coming. So this new person could move towards you in the month of August and clearly express to you that they have interest. Now, it could be just a quick meeting that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's had their eye on you. I don't necessarily feel that way. I just feel like this is going to show up and it's going to be kind of unexpected. Like, part of you may have let go of the idea that you were going to get into another relationship. Some of you just may be closing the door on love for the time being because you had so much to release around relationships. But in this case, Spirit's like, you think you know better than we do. It's kind of funny, actually. They're like, no, you don't know better than we do. We're bringing the person to you at the right time. All right, now what Spirit actually wants you to focus on, the Chariot in reverse and the Knight of Cups. That to me also is a new energy. So someone that has a lot to offer but moves at a normal pace. This isn't someone who rushes in with massive passion, sweeps you off your feet and then leaves, or, throws you for a loop or puts you in third-party situations. To me, this energy feels very stable. It may be tough for you to see it. It could be. If you're releasing all this and you've been through those really bad relationships, toxic relationships that drained the you-know-what out of you, this may be hard for you to open up to at first. But over time, I think you will. And that's why you're showing up in reverse. So Spirit wants you to work on you still. And you're finding your strength. We know that, because what you don't see coming is how strong you're going to be. You're the Emperor. All right. Now let's clarify the Chariot with the Knight of Cups. Chariot in reverse. See the Eight of Pentacles. Focusing on your work and your money. So, like I said, you could have a little bit of a slight brick wall up when it comes to relationships. If you've come out of one recently, or you're just taking a break in general and focusing on your money. Money's going to be really good in the month of August, I keep hearing. So keep at whatever you're doing. They just said if there's something new that you need to learn, take the time to learn it. So there's a part to your job or a part to a business that's going to actually help enhance things. It will help increase the money. So that's another thing to look into. So Spirit wants you to focus on that as well. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. So where you thought you didn't have the strength or the knowing or the wherewithal to do it, you do. So focus on that. Trust. And also releasing fears around taking that step, because it's going to make you a lot more money, or you're going to feel like things are flowing really well. It's a good energy, I'll say. All right. So I think we're done with that portion. Now, I'm going to clear these cards and we'll get into your person's energy. So whoever's on your mind, we'll look in and see how they're feeling, you're feeling, possible outcome, and the romance angels. Ooh, let's get the cards straight here. Okay. So I'm seeing the Eight of Cups again. So walking away from anything that drains you emotionally. This is for Cancer. Let's see, your person. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, ooh, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Then your energy, the Two of Swords, tough decision. Ooh, Three of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. And then we have the Death card. Okay. So, I know you guys don't like to talk about the exes, but I have to, because there's someone, possibly a Scorpio, who still sees you as the person that they're meant to be with. This is huge transformation. Now, if this is someone you're currently with, things are shifting and changing. If it's been a longer relationship, I do see things shifting into a different direction, meaning whatever has been going on, if there have been some issues, they're going to be settled. Now, if we're dealing with somebody from the past, this person sees you as loving and nurturing. They find you incredibly attractive, male or female. They see you as their everything, the Ten of Pentacles, the perfect partnership. And then the Six of Cups tells me, yes, this could be someone from the past. They're having a lot of nostalgic memories. They're thinking about you. They want to move towards you and explain that they feel this way. This is how they see you. So if you have any question about how your partner sees you, if you're with somebody currently, they love you so deeply. So that's clear. I can't get any clearer than that. That's just how they see you. Now, for you, your energy is indecision. The Three of Swords, having already healed from a situation. So if this person's from the past, you could be like, what? I am not going to stay stuck in a situation that I felt this way, no matter how you feel about me. It's just indecision as well. If you still love them, there's a very good possibility that you would want to move forward. A part of me senses like you're putting your back to the situation and wanting something new. That's for some of you. For some of you, you may open up and say, okay, but we're going to have to take things slow. All right. Again, if you're in a current relationship, it's just making a decision. Like, this has been quite hurtful. I felt kind of stuck and I kind of just want things to move forward. But it's baby steps in the current relationship because it is going through a transformation. All right. Let's get the romance angels for you. This is for Cancer. All right. So we have keep an open mind. Stay optimistic about your love life. It is safe for you to love. And then you deserve love. The bottom of the deck. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. This is very clearly for someone who wants to work things out with another person, whether it be from the past or a current relationship. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. They may. Now, for those of you I talked about new love possibly coming in, this is how that person, if you're single and you happen to be watching this part of it, I'm going to tell you this. Keep an open mind because I don't think the next person for most Cancers that are single is going to be anything like what you've dealt with in the past. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Again, I feel like this is focusing on a lot of you that may be single or you jumped in to see possibly could someone that you really love come back. Absolutely. Is it safe for you to love? It is safe. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and you deserve love. You are lovable. You know that. I know that these bad relationships that Cancers had to experience were really tough lessons, and it may have left you in a place where you feel like, geez, I mean, am I ever going to find somebody who actually loves me for me? And yes, you will. We've been through the toughest part that we had to go through. The last couple of years with Capricorn or Saturn and Capricorn, that was about relationships for Cancers. So there's been a lot of lessons, a lot of learning and releasing and pain and agony. Sorry. All right. So let's see what the outcome is, the possible outcome. This is for Cancer. Possible outcome. So we have the Knight of Cups. Yep. Taking things slow, making that decision, finding the clarity. Not accepting anything that isn't going to make you happy. So you may not feel very happy right now. And then the Knight of Pentacles just means wanting independence and no more drama. So that's good. And then the Judgment card. So there is a decision that needs to be made. I think, yes, it can move forward, absolutely, as long as things are taken slowly. The Two of Swords means just getting that clarity around what's going to make you happy if it didn't make you happy before. You want to maintain independence. So that to me is very important. In order for this to work, you have to maintain your independence and put the drama behind you. Put any of that stuff that created the arguments, try to put that behind you and look at things from a positive perspective. And I do think things will work out with this. All right, so the Lover's Oracle. This is for Cancer. Cards jumping out. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. So you may definitely feel like this is your twin flame. And then we have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Look at that. Okay. Last but not least, let's get a couple messages from the Wisdom of the Oracle from Spirit. This is for Cancer for August, please. Last messages. We have clean it up. The Fates, Yes, I feel that. Observer and flexible. Beautiful. Now, orphaned. This is something I think a lot of cancers have had to go through. This is all about massive change with the fives. It's like feeling abandoned by everything in your life, everyone. You could have been through some of the most tumultuous situations where you just felt like everybody's gone. There's nobody there to support me anymore. But it isn't the case. It is starting fresh for you. Those people had to be cleared from your life so that you could start fresh. No matter what age you are, this is that time when you're going to be starting brand new, and this is not going to be happening anymore. All right, clean it up, which I think you've done. You've cleaned up your own space. They just said your own aura. You've cleansed your aura. You found your balance. Maybe you're just cleaning up around the house while you're listening to this. All right, the fates. I think this relationship is fated, absolutely, for those of you that want it. This reduces to an 8, which is infinity. That to me, look how happy she looks. The stars are shining. It's like finally the stars are shining in your life again. And then observer, which you always are, this reduces to a 13, and then a 4, which is about balance. So you definitely observe things. Cancers do. You know, you can sit back in a room and just watch people and pick up on what's going on. It's kind of frightening, right? You can literally walk in and go, I can tell what's going on in that situation, in that situation. So you're definitely the observer of life in general. And then flexible. This is about being flexible in these new beginnings, in the changes that are happening for you, releasing and accepting and letting things flow as the shifts and changes have happened for you. It just feels so good. It's like August is the refresh month in a sense for you guys. Things are really coming together. July showed you some of that, and now August is going to show you that much more, how much progress you've made. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You guys are huge to me. I love you so much. Again, if you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below. And I hope you enjoy your month. I will see you in next week's reading. Take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye.